What's up, guys? And all the Eternals from the Marvel Legends Eternal Wave have finally been opened, which means it's finally time to assemble the Gilgamesh BAF. That also means that Black and Gold Suit Spidey will finally be reviewed next. And with that said, let's finally finish the team. Eternals assemble. Alright, let's go and put him together. Of course, he comes with his extra hands here as well. Let's go ahead and attach the correct leg to the correct side. That would be an ideal situation. Right, get this side, that's the other leg, checking by the foot. I actually don't see any markings for like left or right on here, so just kind of going by the foot there. Put that in. Come on. Oh, that's a tight one. Come on. Okay, whoa, that's not coming back out. Good thing it's on the right side, hopefully. Anyways, this one, the side is right here. If you look at the picture on the box, you got the kind of hash marks. That's on the outside. Of course, it's also kind of just looks correct there. Wow, these joints really going tight. It's actually kind of a good thing. That means they shouldn't pop out. So make sure you have the correct side on, because it seems as though once they're in, they're not likely going to come out again and try to pull. Yeah, it's in there pretty tight. All right, got that in there, and then we'll finish him off with the head. And wow, all these joints are really tight. Okay, there you go. There is Gilgamesh, fully assembled, played by Don Lee. Whew, finally. Alright, let's go and take a closer look at the final team member. Alright, now starting with the head, I think they did a great job as well on Gilgamesh, looking like Don Lee. The likeness is really good on this one, just like with Sprite and Druig. So, I mean, some of the figures, they're a miss, but this one's definitely a hit. His printed on beardish there is pretty awesome as well. And he has nicely sculpted and well glued on and aligned hair as well. So definitely liking this Don Lee head sculpt. Wait, scratch that. Got a little gap there and right there as well. Never mind for the perfect alignment. I guess it's just this one. And moving into the body here, it's pretty simple and plain overall, but it does still look nice. I do like the paint, the gradient that they have there. Of course, the lines as well. These are a little bit misaligned, but not too bad overall. And if you look here, they have that nice Eternal scripture going on there. Same thing on the top portion right here, which looks pretty cool. Then on the back, it's very plain. There's no paint. It's just kind of marbleized green, but it still looks nice. The marbleization kind of works on this figure, so definitely not too bad of a thing. And his loincloth here is nice and soft, so it can bend out of the way when you move the legs, which is nice. And here's a closer look at his arm, which only has pretty much just one paint application, just that green on his shoulder there. Has some nice kind of hash marks over there, which look pretty cool overall. Then on the inside, it's very plain there. He's got his burly arm, and overall, he's a burly character. He's like, I think, the super brawler in the Eternals, so I think he's probably going to one-punch Crow into oblivion or something like that. Definitely would love to see Gilgamesh go up against Hulk. That would be interesting. Plus, they both have green. And moving into the legs, there are no paint apps whatsoever. It's simply just this kind of gold plastic and then the green plastic right there. Got some decent details overall. Nice little design going on there, although on the back here there's some serious marbling on his leg, but it's okay because when you stand him up, it for the most part disappears, so that is a plus there. Then you got these little circles on the inside, which I find interesting. You'd think they'd be on the outside, but oh well, unless I put his feet on backwards. And there is the feet with the bottom and the Lego Jumbo. Anywho, going back to the figure, I said before that the joints felt like they were in place very well, and yes, they are. You definitely have to put a lot of pressure where you're probably going to end up, stretching something out since there's plastic. So definitely glad that the fit is nice and tight, so the parts won't fall off like some other BAFs, like Thanos or something. And as for articulation, of course, he has the same old head spinning because he has that dog bone joint. He has good side to side, up and down, and his arm rotates in the usual circle. Shoulder goes up a pretty decent amount, has the bicep swivel, the pinless double jointed elbow, and the hand that spins and does the forward and back, and then this side does the flapperdoodle. And his waist spins in the usual circle with click adjustments. Has this much side to side, goes that far back, a decent amount, and a decent amount forward. And the details also go inside there. The sculpting, forgot to show that earlier. So it's a little bit deeper, but there's very little paint app, so it really doesn't matter quite as much. And his legs go nice and far forward thanks to the design of his loincloth there, but it does not go back because of the design of that loincloth there. But he does have decent splits though, because his legs kind of go around the loincloth. So yeah, I don't know what you call this, you know, the front is loincloth, but the back is like what? The butt cloth? I don't know. And he has the usual thigh swivel, and I do want to mention that the tolerance level for this fit is actually extremely good. Just look at that. There's barely any gap, you know, like some figures have that gap going on there when you move the leg, but this one is very tight fitting and very just tight tolerance, so definitely big plus on the design on this. Anyways, he's got the pinless double jointed knee as well, and then he's got the ankle pivot that goes backwards, forwards, and swivels. And for his accessories, which he technically comes with, he has 2 punchy hands. And for some comparisons, here he is standing next to his entire Eternals team, all 10 figures, and Crow. And man, do they look good together. And there's so many, they kind of extended beyond my studio stage there. They also made him the biggest one of this wave, which I guess kind of makes sense because he is quite strong. He could probably punch your face through the earth or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see the movie. And speaking of heavyweights, here he is next to a few other Marvel Legends heavyweights. Although I'm sure he could probably take them all down. Except for Surtur. Kind of iffy on that one. And finally, here he is next to Team Shang-Chi. Well guys, this finally finishes the entire Marvel Legends Eternals wave. All the figures, the BAF, the 2 store exclusives, and the baddie Crow. I'm not sure if Hasbro plans on making any more Eternals though. I can see a possible Kit Harington Black Knight figure coming up, but that's a spoiler, so the movie would have to drop before they do that. But anywho, now that the Eternals are finally complete, stay tuned next for the Black and Gold No Way Home Spider-Dude review. And thanks for sticking around with me through the entire Eternals reviews, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.